What's going on, folks? This is Asteroids Wired. So we're gonna complete mission 4 in this episode. We were just kind of lollygagging last time. I was just doing more of exploratory type stuff, seeing if I could beat this stage on my own, but it seems like I kind of need at least a little bit of a walkthrough, because this game has stumped me a couple times now, so it's just kind of... But I think that that's going to be the archetype for how I do this game, is I'm going to kind of say back and forth, like, I'm going to at least attempt to see if I can figure it out on my own, and then if I don't, the second part of the next video will probably be me completing the mission as it's supposed to be done. But yeah, this spider enemy basically leads you right to where you're supposed to go, and I didn't realize that. I thought there was more stuff that you had to do, but really this is a relatively basic mission where you just have to go and fight, or you have to go unlock the Lion Gate from episode 2, or yeah, I think episode 2, and then we're going to fight a boss. That's kind of the concept there. There's a couple enemies we have to fight in between, but for the most part it's pretty straightforward this time around. So it's kind of the thing there. But yeah, I'm still liking the creepy type vibes that this game gives off. I really feel like this would be a great game to have. I definitely think this would be a great game to have a music soundtrack for. I mean, I do like the score in this game, but I would also kind of say it'd be interesting to kind of get like a horrorcore attachment to this also. It'd be interesting to see who could be a part of it. Like, that's definitely something that needs to happen. I really kind of question like the lack of soundtracks anymore, why people just don't want to do them. Seems like they're very reluctant. I mean, I know like the main problem with most soundtracks to like projects anymore is most people complain that like usually the best songs are just the lead single or the lead singles in some cases, but that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, unless you can get people to like do the way Dr. Dre used to, and I mean, the Death Row movie soundtracks were pretty good. He did a great job with Friday and Above the Rim and that type stuff, and Deep Cover and some of those, but kind of thing about it is this is difficult. No one wants to give away their hits to a movie soundtrack anymore, or a game soundtrack, but they need to. So I'm still using the shotgun. I mean, Dante just exudes coolness when he fires that shotgun. This is pretty swift. And especially it's interesting that he can one-arm a shotgun. But most of the time, you're not going to just shoot a shotgun with one hand. But it's kind of the thing, so... But yeah, I'm still collecting these orbs, because I will need the power-ups, because we are going to have to start buying weapons and stuff, just to kind of say. So... But yeah, this mission surprised me by how simplistic it kind of is. I mean, the basic castle hub area, I think we're pretty much going to go through every area. It's interesting that this kind of worked for it, because I would have thought that it would have been more of like stage design as opposed to like a hub type area, but it works. So. Yep. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm noticing now that we're in August and I still don't even know what the best video games of the year are. It's like, you know, folks aren't even trying to do it. Like, I've heard some talks about like Grand Theft Auto 6, but that may not come out until like 2023 or 2024, which basically means that we're getting a new Grand Theft Auto game like every 10 years. But it's just kind of... Yeah, video games are just kind of... It's just so much simpler. It's just so much easier messing with Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 2 and some of those type games. I am going to try to read some of these texts. I do kind of feel like it's... I mean, I'm not going to read every single one. There's tons of things. I mean, they put like a bunch of these texts. It just gives off a lot of kind of like... What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of... can't think of the word I'm trying to say here, like cryptic messages. Yeah, that's what the word I'm looking for, cryptic. It's in a good way though. I mean, the game is detailed. This has a bunch of, I mean, I guess because there's not really abundance of characters to talk to, you have to have something to interact with. And it's like, you don't say Capcom, you know, really I mean, Dante, I mean, you would think that this castle would have at least some living individuals in it. I mean, I know it's haunted by demons and stuff, but you could kind of say and stuff that it would be, I've said this before, but there did need to be, this could be a really brilliant action role-playing game, action RPG and stuff. But, still. So we're just gonna keep climbing, see what's going on here. So I'm trying to think of what music. I just reviewed an album, so there's some stuff going on with that. Got some things in the pipeline, trying to figure out what else is gonna happen here. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, kind of get some of that in motion. Curtain Call 2 is eventually going to get reviewed. Seems like enough folks were not interested too much in the new M&M project. I mean, in some cases, it just feels like some of these things didn't even come out this month. Like the game, you know, that was so last week, you know, you say it like that, but folks are talking about like the Black Slim Shady and stuff, but it just is kind of, I don't know, I just wonder if people are still going to be talking about the game's album in September, despite the fact by that point it'll only be like a month old. I mean, this game had life in it. I mean, really, this came out in late 2001, but it lasted into 2002. This was definitely a hit for a while. It was just one of those ones that was consistently talked about. I like when things do that, where they carry over and they have, like, replay value and that type of stuff. It's definitely worthwhile. I don't know if Devil May Cry 2 did. I don't remember that having as long of lastability, but, yeah. The death sentence, it's not actually, yeah, it can't be used as a weapon, so. I don't know if Dante can get hurt from fall damage. It seems like maybe not. I didn't think, I was almost thinking about jumping there, but I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to equip the... I don't know if I read the script. I'm fairly certain I did. I was just trying to figure out how to use it. But, yeah, there's an area that we have to go to. Really, I was just at that damn area. Here I was thinking that the key or the sword needed to be placed there. But, nope. Yeah. Still watching the news and stuff. Still got that kind of stuff going on. And it's just fairly basic stuff. I mean, the floods, the war in Ukraine, that type stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot of bad weather effects. It's just you know, all these hurricanes that keep happening and that type stuff. You know, I've been hearing a lot about like sharks too. It's like, why are people going to the damn beach? Stop going to the beach. You know. That's the whole situation. I mean, it's because the waters are getting warmer. That's the whole situation. So why sharks are popping up more is because the waters are getting warmer, and they're starting to. Sharks are becoming more popular. So you got to kind of, you know, just go to a swimming pool. I mean, that's the whole situation. But yeah, so yeah, but this is interesting. I don't think they named this guy. I'm not sure if they did. He kind of has some creepy vibes. He kind of looks like an ass clown, but he, it's interesting to kind of see him.
Stinking hole was the last place I thought I'd find anyone with some guts.
Yeah, this is what I talk about, where the characters, there need to be more of them. I mean, even the boss characters don't talk. I mean, that spider enemy talked, which is strange that the spider enemy would talk, but the humanoid character wouldn't. You know, it's just kind of. But yeah, we've got a boss fight afoot, so we've got to get to the point of being able to get to it. And that's basically the stage. I mean, that's all there really is. The boss is not really terribly that tough. But it's just the fact that he runs and he's kind of strong. The two concepts there is just being able to say. I like how they kind of provide. And that's another thing. I mean, techno was popular around this time. Like when Eminem said, "It's over," nobody listened to techno. But techno was still kind of popular in like the early 2000s, like when this game was made. It's interesting to kind of get that. You know, that's another reason why I say it should have had a soundtrack. Could have gotten like some songs from like Orgy or some bands like that. Korn, Orgy, some folks. Trying to think of some other ones. Marilyn Manson would have worked on this real well. I mean, he did the Marilyn Manson. I don't know if he did the Marilyn Manson video game, but he did or not the. I don't know if Marilyn Manson did the Resident Evil video game, but he did the Resident Evil movie. So it's yeah, techno's pretty dope. I need to review that. I can't really think of too many techno musicians. I mean, that's a genre that's actually pretty fun. I feel like electronic has kind of engulfed it. It's the same thing with EDM. This is not one. I mean, that's really some pretty lit club music. It just works extremely well. It's an easy way to kind of turn a boring night into like a crazy night. Sometimes all it takes is just music playing. But this game just drives me bonkers. I mean, there is just no dialogue in this game. I mean, Dante's sitting there saying a few one-liners to this guy, and he doesn't even bother to talk back. He's just like, okay, let's fight now. Like, what are you talking about? I just met you 2 minutes ago. That was to be the thing. It's kind of... But... I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to... Yeah, this is the last area, so this is kind of... There actually might be more of the castle, but I wound up knocking this guy out. I was like, fuck it, that's about it. He's got some dope attacks, that boss character. I just kept jumping, that's because he blocks, so that's just, you have to kind of be nifty with getting past him. I almost would wonder if this could have made a good movie. I just wonder, I think I've said this before, but I question like who could have played Dante. I don't know if I said this, I might have said this in like part 2 or part 3 back in like June or something, but I just wonder who could have played Dante. Like, can't really think of who would. I think when I said this earlier, I think I said like Joaquin Phoenix or something, but I really think this, it'd have to be some emo actor. It'd have to be like some recent, they need to do that. They need to make Dante a badass again and get that in motion. This would be a good, not a 2-hour movie, not a 2.5-hour movie, just a good 95 minute movie. Hour 35 minutes is all it needs to be. It can be cheap, it can be lame, but I still think it'd probably resonate well. Alright folks, that kind of takes after it, so that I got a bad rank just because I was exploring around trying to figure that mission out. But yeah, so I'll see you next time and we'll get to mission 5 and such.